Hello everyone, it is Sunday. Thank you for joining me for yet another tutorial. Today I'm going to be running briefly a quick review on using wax paper, just your regular wax kitchen paper for card making. I did a couple of options here, if you can see. Uh, this is a birthday card that I just basically used a piece of the wax paper just to line this section here, and I stamped on some flowers on there. The only thing with that option is that because this is not designed for card making, the paper is not absorbing the color, so you may have to use a heating tool. Hopefully it will not get the paper feeling, like stiff or anything, or just leave it just plain if you do want to use it, and just put it over your matted piece like I did. The other option is if you want to like make flower cutouts. Maybe what you can do is, like in the case like this where there's a smaller with the flowers, you could use a bigger one. Just maybe, when you're cutting out the flowers, you can make a bigger one just to put underneath this one, like just to create a kind of a softer feel. I also tried this here. This didn't work out too well, but this entire piece here is with the wax paper that I put it over cardstock, 65-pound cardstock. The only thing with that is I didn't like how the wax paper came out, because again, the color, it will not take the color in, which of course is understandable. And I kind of just got to this point and I left it alone. So as far as using just your regular kitchen wax paper, nope, I wouldn't be doing that anymore. So just a little review so you could see. Today I'm going to be showing you how I created this neat little bag. Basically, this is I bought a whole bunch of them, like I think maybe 50 or something like that, on Amazon. And what I wanted to do was to put my own little design on it, representing my my colors, my branding colors, which is really blue and red. So what I did was I kind of came up with this little plan in my head, and this is what I came up with. I will be showing you how to create, how you can create this, either or you can tweak it to fit your needs. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing is, of course, you need your blank gift bag. Now on the gift bag, there's the handle, so you want to make sure anything you put is going to be below the handle and is sitting properly, so it is flat and the handle is not impeding you doing what you're doing. So I have this. I also used, this was a piece that I had, I used some time ago, I cannot remember, and I used this die cut just to cut this out so I can get that jagged edge pattern. So this is where this came from, and this is really a bag of the same ladies that I cut out that for the bags. So I have those here. So someday, hopefully sooner than later, I'll get all the bags done. I have already set her up. I have used the mounting tape at the back, and I do have also, I put thank you for your kindness instead of the typical thank you, which is already set up, and my two pieces to add. Then I'm going to be using as my base color for the inside abundant coral, and I will be using this stencil for the pattern and using fired brick. The reason being is I wanted a darker color on the top, which is basically, that's why it came out like this. Now you don't have to use a stencil, you can leave it plain, it's up to you. But let's go ahead and get started. I have again, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this is not sitting directly on the handles, and I will be kind of putting a little, just to keep this from moving, I'm putting a little hand pressure on the bag. So let's go ahead and just get everything sorted out. put as much color as you want, or how dark you want the color is entirely up to you. So I have finished with the first part. I'm going to go ahead now and put the stencil on at this time. And I also had, oh, there we go. I'm also going to be putting like the leaf edging that you see in the corner here. And that's totally, you know, optional. It doesn't have to be there, but anyhow. So I'm going to put the stencil over. See, the bag has moved, so you do have to be mindful of that. If you have another way to keep it from moving, that will be perfect. So I'm going to just place my stencil on here, close this off, and now I'm going to use the fired brick. I'm going to do it kind of just like get a good hefty, you know, set of it, and then I'm going to just go over everything. And then at this point, I'm going to go ahead and just do, let me just make sure the bag is sitting properly. I'm just going to go ahead and do this corner here. So if some gentle pressure, I'm just going to make sure that I have this on the corner. Well, it didn't come out properly, so of course that's what happens, but at least you see the idea behind it. And don't worry, I will definitely find a way to fix this. So now that I'm done, I'm going to remove this. See, when I did it the first time, the flower came out really nice, but I guess now you guys are watching, it's being bashful. Anyway, so far you see I have the base piece. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the blue, which I'm going to stick the blue on the bottom first. So I'm trying to get it centered. So I'm going to bring the blue up to the edge of the, you know, the pattern there. Yes, my glue, get my glue on. And you don't have to do a whole bunch of glue, just kind of like, you know, settle a bit of glue in there. I'm going to get it about here. Now, like I said, this is just to give you a little bit of inspiration, you know, if you want to, especially if you go into craft shows and things and you want to be able to, you know, give your cards or what have you in a nice little, you know, just a nice little bag instead of just, you know, handing in a plain plastic bag. This is an option you can use. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the same. The only thing is with the white, I didn't bring it all to the edge. I just offset it a little bit. So we have this portion here. When you're done, please open the bag, because this flap you can cut it. So open the bag. Oops, making a mess here. Go ahead and cut the excess. Just be careful you don't cut the bag. The other thing too, guys, if it's a white bag you're using, and you can get those at the dollar store, just remember your hands may be dirty, because I forgot to tell myself that. So hopefully there is no extra color and fingerprints anywhere else. So far this is this part. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the little girly on. Now she has some grocery bags. That's okay. I mean, it is just the concept of shopping, which is what I wanted to create. So I'm going to remove all those. I got this, it's a royalty-free image that I got from Google. You can keep that in mind as well. And I'm going to get her place just kind of offset a little bit. Just want to make sure she's sitting kind of, I won't press it just yet. I just want to make sure she's in a good place. Okay, so she's in a good place. I have her here, and then I am going to go ahead and put the last piece, which is the sentiment. Like I said, I didn't want to just put your standard thank you, you know, which is basically what everybody says thank you. So I wanted to just say, well, thank you for your kindness, you know. Now you don't have to put it straight, you can slant it if you want to, but basically this is it. This is a nice little, you know, design, so you can give to your consumers. Now some people use Cricut and things like that to do, you know, these bags, but unfortunately for me, I really don't I find Cricut to be a challenge, to be honest. At some point in my life, I guess I'll get to it. Anyway, guys, I hope this gets your creative juices flowing, and let me know of any designs. Perhaps you can share or place your link in there if you have ideas for creating, you know, some nice little gift bags. Feel free to put your link in so that we can take a look. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you guys next week. Be safe. Bye.